Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing another book haul. I did manage to acquire some more books right before baby is due to arrive, so I figured I would share those with you now. I think most of these are sci-fi and fantasy books, so I'm just gonna get right into it and start it off with a self-published book I was so kindly sent by the author, and that is The Crimson Script by S.J. Hull. So this book sounded so good and the cover looked so intriguing. I love this cover. It says, Abyss Luthil is a city that stands upon the brink of civil war. Its halls of power darken with growing plots, and rival gangs terrorize its aged streets. Criminals raid stately homes in search of arcane artifacts as the city's nobles withdraw behind their household guards. Within the city of masks and deceit, Lyra Alferi moves between the shadows, hunting those who would prey upon the weak. By day, she returns to a life of civilized nobility as the daughter of the renowned magister Malin Alferi. Aided by her friend Kat and the master of the arcane forge, Virgil, Lyra swiftly brings justice to those who plague the streets. However, it is not long before the political upheaval of Abyss Luthil's scheming magisters brings trouble to her own home, and after the very fabric of her world is ripped from under her feet, Lyra descends into the city's depths to wreak a terrible vengeance. In a journey that runs thick with blood, betrayal, and otherworldly power, Lyra walks the darkest of paths, one which soon tests mind, body, and soul. But as the bodies mount, is Lyra in danger of becoming the very evil which she so desperately fights against? Love the sound of this. I love characters that have to really explore their own morality. This sounds really cool. So thank you so much to the author for sending me this. The next book I was so kindly gifted by one of my wonderful subscribers, Kaylee Reads. She gifted me A History of What Comes Next by Sylvain Neuvel. Sylvain Neuvel wrote one of my favorite sci-fi series, The Themis Files, which I read last year and loved. Besides the third book I was a little disappointed in, but the first two were so good. So I was really excited to read Sylvain Neuvel's newest book. This just released, I believe, this year. It's one of my most anticipated for the whole year. So I can't thank you enough, Kaylee, for gifting me this. I'm so excited to get to it soon. The blurb on the back definitely sold me. It says, a darkly satirical first contact thriller as seen through the eyes of the women who make progress possible and the men who are determined to stop them. Sounds great. I'm so here for it. Next books I want to show off are just actually the dust jackets that I bought from a company called Nerdy Ink, who I will link down below. I love Nerdy Ink. I think that they do fantastic work. They do a lot of alternate dust jackets, and they recently released their Lord of the Rings collection, and I had to grab it. It's so beautiful, so I'm so excited to show these. So starting with The Hobbit. I love this art style. I think it is so fun and colorful. You can see Smaug on the front, and then here is the spine, and then of course our crew on the back. I love this so much. It's so cute. So that is The Hobbit. And of course here is the Fellowship of the Ring. Look how cute and colorful this jacket is. I love it. There's the spine, and of course the back. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm so excited about these. Here is the two towers. Look at little Frodo and Sam and Gollum on the bottom. It's so cute. There's the spine, and there's the back. So cute. And then finally, The Return of the King with, of course, Gandalf the White. I love this so much. There's the side. It looks like Mary's there. And then the back. And of course, Sam carrying Frodo. Makes me so happy. So those are the 4 dust jackets that I got off of Nerdy Inc.'s website. I believe they're still available. So I'm gonna link that down below if anyone else is interested in picking these up, because I love them so much. I just love the colors and love the style of the art. All right, and now I'm just going to go through the rest of them that I have been collecting, either because they're just the most anticipated for me or I found them in local bookstores. So the first is Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo, the second book in the King of Scars duology. This is the continuation series from the original Grisha trilogy. I loved King of Scars. I loved the ending. It was such a cliffhanger. Oh my God. So I'm so excited to finally have Rule of Wolves in my hand and get through this one hopefully soon. And I just have to show the underneath the dust jacket. Look at that. That is so beautiful. I love when you have like little surprises underneath the dust jackets. So pretty. I also grabbed Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. I have been wanting to read Skyward for so long. Everybody says that I would love it, and I know I would. I know I would have so much fun with this. So I finally picked up a copy. I saw the hardcovers came back in stock on Blackwell's. If you don't know, Blackwell's is a UK bookstore that has free shipping to the US. So if you ever want one of those like foreign editions that aren't available in the US, check out Blackwell's because they have free shipping. I'm like so shocked. So I found this on Blackwell's. I had to grab it because I didn't know that the hardcover was back in stock, and I'm so happy I got it because it's so beautiful and I love it so much. And then I also grabbed Lincoln in the Bardo by George Saunders. So this is actually a recommendation from Elle over at Elliot Brooks. Her husband Sean loves this book and highly recommended it to me, and it sounds really cool. It sounds like it's a historical fiction kind of magical realism book about President Lincoln's 11-year-old son Willie, who passed away, and this book is exploring kind of Willie's story as he's stuck in like this strange purgatory, and it just sounded so interesting, so different. So I'm really excited to check this one out. I've heard the audiobook is amazing for this, so that's what I'm going to try to do, is listen to the audiobook and read it at the same time, because I think I'm gonna really enjoy this. I love stories that explore like ghost stories and purgatory and that kind of stuff, so I'm really looking forward to this. Also grabbed Sky Hunter by Marie Lu. I think this book is so beautiful. Look at that spine. That is so cool. This one was Marie Lu's most recent release. It's her young adult sci-fi book, and I really love Marie Lu's Young Elites series. Young Elites and Rose Society are like so good, in my opinion, so underrated. And I really haven't heard anyone talk about Sky Hunter yet, so I'm excited to check this one out. The back just says, "My name is Talon. I am a striker for Mara, the last free nation on this side of the sea. We are legendary bringers of death, assassins of monsters, and the only thing standing between our home and annihilation." Like, it sounds really cool. And look at the underneath the dust jacket. How cool is that? Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So had to grab this one. I'm very excited to check it out. The next one I picked up is one of my most anticipated releases for this year, and that is The Infinity Quartz by Akemi Dawn Bowman. So this one sounded so cool. The premise of this one, it says Nami Miyamoto is certain her life is just beginning. She has a great family, just graduated high school, and is on her way to a party. Her entire class is waiting for her, including, most importantly, the boy she's been in love with for years. The only problem? She's murdered before she gets there. When Nami wakes up, she learns she's in a place called Infinity, where human consciousness goes when physical bodies die. I mean, that alone, I'm already sold, because like I said when I was talking about Lincoln in the Bardo, I love books that explore these purgatory type worlds. So this one sounds stunning. I can't wait to check it out. And again, the cover is just so pretty, and look at the little underneath the dust jacket. Again, little surprises. I love that. The next one I picked up is A Desolation Called Peace by Arkady Martine. So I read A Memory Called Empire last year and really enjoyed it. I thought it was very dense, very heavy on the world building and sci-fi elements. But once you kind of get oriented to the story, I loved it. I loved the technology that was explored. The world building was so cool. The characters I loved. And I've heard that the second book is even better. So I'm so excited to check this out. It was also one of my most anticipated releases for the year. So definitely want to get to this one soon. The next book is one that I've actually already read, and that was The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. So I grabbed this from the library and then was really enjoying it. So decided to just go ahead and pick up a copy. I unfortunately didn't love the ending of this one, but I thought the premise and some of the characters and the friendships in this were really fun. I thought this had some cool ideas. So I'm definitely planning on continuing this series. I was just a little bummed about the ending, but that's okay. The cover for this one is so stunning though. So I'm definitely glad to have this book on my shelves as a part of my collection. Then from my local used bookstore, I picked up The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. So The Raven Cycle is one of my favorite young adult fantasy series ever. I think it is such a stunning series, and I've been wanting to check out more Maggie Stiefvater ever since I finished that years ago. So I finally picked up another book by her. I saw The Scorpio Races available and was like, okay, let me grab it. I really don't know much about this. I went purely off of author name here, but I have heard good things about her other books, so I'm just excited to be back with her writing. It's so beautiful. I just loved her writing style so much in The Raven Cycle, so I'm very excited to finally be getting around to some more Maggie Stiefvater. And then I also found and picked up The Atlantis Jean by A.G. Riddle. So this one actually came recommended by a cousin of mine who loves this particular author. I believe that this author was self-published. I think this book was self-published. That's really cool. The premise behind this author's books always sound so cool. So this one says it's a battle to save humanity. It says off the coast of Antarctica, a research vessel discovers a mysterious structure buried deep within an iceberg. And entombed for thousands of years, it can't possibly be man-made. But a secretive and ruthless cabal think they know what it is and what it means. The Amari have spent millennia preparing for the return of humanity's ancient enemy. Faced with an extinction-level threat, they believe mankind's only chance of survival is to sacrifice 99.9% of the planet's population. It's a price the Amari are prepared to pay. Geneticist Kate Warner and intelligence agent David Vale may have a chance to avert the looming catastrophe, but only if they can decode the secrets of the Atlantis Jean and unlock the truth about humanity's origins. So cool. I love these kinds of books that are like very sci-fi-esque, that explore where we came from as humans. I just think that that stuff is so cool. So I'm really excited to check this one out, and was really happy to see it at my local bookstore. And then the last two books that I grabbed are graphic novels. The first being Monstrous by Marjorie Liu. So I've heard amazing things about Monstrous in the community. I feel like it's a very popular graphic novel. I know Jashana really enjoys this one. The art inside of this graphic novel is so stunning. Let me just find like one example to show you. Like, look at this. Is that not stunning? Oh my goodness. So I'm really excited to finally be checking this out. I've heard only good things, and the art is just to die for. So very excited to finally have Monstrous. And then the last one is again from Sean's recommendation, and it is Descender by Jeff Lemire. This one has a very different art style than Monstrous, but also very beautiful. look at the back, you can kind of see how beautiful that art is. I don't know too much about this one. I know it's more sci-fi. I'm very excited. Sean loves it. He said I would love it, so I'm trusting Sean here. Very excited to read Descender, and I'm trying to get more into graphic novels, so I'm very excited about these last two finds. So that is today's book haul. Did you see any that you have read and really loved, are excited about? Let me know in the comments down below. I love chatting with you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!